Y'all really thought we cared about that white-only town, didn't y'all? Y'all thought y'all was getting off on that, didn't y'all? Y'all thought y'all was gonna just blow the internet up with y'all. Y'all really thought that, didn't y'all? We could care less. First of all, it's in Arkansas. It isn't. They don't even sell liquor on Sundays in Arkansas. We don't want to be there. There is nothing in Arkansas that we want to go for. Second of all, Arkansas. Third of all, y'all said y'all was going to take it to Missouri. What was that, the other place? Missouri? Another place that we don't want to be in. I don't know shit in Missouri. We don't care. We could care less. But I tell you one thing. Let us do it. Because history has shown that every time we have done it, we've done it successfully. And every time we've done it, y'all have burned them to the ground. Y'all the ones that care, not us. We don't give a shit. Have your little country ass town where y'all gonna take the Bible and twist it to hell and do what y'all want to do with it and not actually follow the words in it, because y'all don't do that anyway, because y'all missed the whole love your neighbor part. Y'all missed the whole don't do no wrong to immigrants part. Y'all miss all the main stuff in the Bible. Y'all miss all of that. So y'all gonna take the words of God and twist it to hell, and then y'all gonna run with it. It will soon become some type of bull crap that y'all gonna just hang on tight to, that the rest of the country gonna laugh at. Nobody cares. We don't care. We really don't care. But I bet if we do it, y'all will care.
I watched a video where a white gentleman was saying that black people were mad at white people for wanting to start all white communities. And sir, I'm here to tell you, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Start your white community. Y'all have had sundown towns for all this time, so why the fuck not? Go ahead on, do your shit. Here's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna try to burn your community down. We're not gonna try to bomb it. We're not gonna try to extract your resources in your community. We're not gonna do that. But can you say the same thing for a thriving black community that you somehow see, you feel is outpacing you? Can we say the same thing for you? Will you not try to extract or break down or tear down that black community? Because see, that's always been the problem. It's never been the problem that you couldn't have your own shit. Nobody's trying to stop you from having your own shit. The problem is that, can you let us have our own shit? If we're gonna just be separate, let us be separate but fucking equal. But it's never been the case, because whenever a black person starts to do something that you feel is outpacing you or better than you or showing you up, then it's a problem. Now, if you are a white person and none of this applies to you and you don't feel this way, let this shit roll off you, because I'm not talking to you. But if you are a person that I'm speaking with who feels this way, understand. We all got a problem with y'all starting your own communities. Do your shit. Just on the same hand, let us do our shit too. Let us be great. Because nobody's ever tried to stop you from being great. But whenever you see us being great, then it's the motherfucking problem. So start your white town. Get you some white cars and white horses and white houses. Do all this shit. Do your shit. Get it. Run. Don't motherfucking walk. Anywho, y'all have a blessed day.
Something that is not clocking to white Americans, some white Americans or most white Americans, is that black people don't care about certain things, especially a white only community. That is the least of their problems. They actually want you to do that. Like, excuse them, like tell them where these areas are so that they don't come to your environment, to your area, to your free land. They are not interested. Why are we bringing black people into conversations they are not interested in? Why don't we bring black people into conversations that they ask you to bring them into? Let's talk about racism with black people. Let's talk about how there's still white privilege even after all these years of continuously fighting for equality. Let's talk about housing and jobs and the rising economy. Why are we talking about black people being concerned about white people? They don't care. They are telling you countless times that they do not care. And I think a big part of this video is black people literally telling white people that they don't care, and still white people being like, well, the only reason as to why you're making videos is because you care. No, it's because we want you to leave us alone. Leave us alone. Like, do your own thing away from black people. Okay. So let's dive into these videos. Let's hear what black people have to say. Let them emphasize that they don't care about what's going on. They don't care about these small issues that are going on with white people. And we'll come back and talk about it. See you shortly.
To all our fellow white Americans that are now starting their own communities, your own white communities and stuff like that, please understand black people are not mad about it. I saw a video where a man was saying he can't understand why black people mad. What black people is mad? Sir, we are not mad. Please understand that. We just want to know where these locations are so that we can avoid them. We're going to mark them on our black maps so that our maps will never take us to those locations. Okay? We are not mad. Build your communities. Put a wall around it. Stay in them. Separate yourself. Thank you so much.
So I want to start by saying that I am not angry at all, or my feelings are not hurt at all about the people who want to make an all white town and want some to go up all over the country. That is great. I love knowing where not to go, where not to spend my money. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay. And plus, I don't want to be around racists. So it's nice if they collectively put themselves all together and that the rest of decent humanity says, hey, you know what? We're glad you're gone because you're pretty much the whole problem in society anyway. So removing yourselves is really, really good. Okay. That's wonderful. First thing, I want to make sure that no federal dollars are spent in these towns, no federal infrastructure, because federal infrastructure belongs to all of the people. I am part of all of the people. I am black. And since I am not welcome there, I should not be there. It is a place that is going to be restricted. Anything that is restricted from me does not get federal dollars. So there should be legislation saying that no federal dollars can be spent on this place. Okay? And lastly, once you all get all of your towns in place, please make sure that you keep them little heifers of y'all on lockdown, okay? Because when they go traipsing out to other towns looking for some big black dick to get spun on and to get put on and to back their asses up to because they go looking for it, don't think you gonna traipse your ass over there and start some shit. There ain't gonna be no more Rosewoods. There ain't gonna be no more Greenwoods. And there ain't gonna be no more motherfucking Tulsas, baby. Okay? Because we ain't having that shit. We gonna be Nat Turner Riverboat ready for your ass. Okay?
Baby, make that town as you want to make it, okay? We don't care. We ain't trying to come. We don't care. That's what MAGA stands for. Make America not again, because the history of is a little less than 6,500 years old. I'm just saying, it's just a little less than 6,500 years old. Make your town. Don't nobody care? We ain't coming.
I need y'all to understand that those people do not intend to leave us alone in their little town in Arkansas. It's recently been in the news that some chalk children in America have decided to create their own whites-only town. And when asked by a reporter, they made it seem as though that they intend to just have a town of their own and resources of their own and just live off the land, returning to the land. A land that they stole through crimes against humanity, but who's counting? Many brothers and sisters' take on this is, hey, we don't care if y'all have your own, just leave us alone in the process. I mean, every time we've tried to do that, y'all have burned our towns down. And I'm just here to tell y'all that unfortunately, they do not intend to leave us alone. In the interview with the colonizer that wants to found this whites-only town in Arkansas, they're making it seem as though they just want to live in peace. We must remember that these are people that have never known peace. They didn't know peace when they was by themselves in the ice-cold mountains of Europe, and they're not going to know peace in the middle of Arkansas. In the 70s, there was a black scholar that broke down white supremacy into an equation. The same way that E equals MC squared, white supremacy equals white power over non-white powerlessness. And so that means that white supremacy cannot live in an environment where non-white people have any form of power. Because if there's no non-white people around, who are they superior to? Nothing they have achieved has been achieved by leaving people alone. It's like if your son or daughter said they didn't want to live in the house anymore and locked themselves in their room. In order to eat, brush their teeth, or do anything, that child would have to come outside the room. And it's the same thing for them. At some point, they are going to need resources and labor, and that's when they turn to us. And if we have our own power and our own resources, then we have no reason to share with them. And that is when they destroy what we have so that we have to work with them. Don't be fooled. Just like the movie Sinners, it all starts out nice and pleasant, but they have ulterior motives.
Here's my thing. That's fine. I actually would prefer if all the racist people were to go live in the woods away from, but here's the issue. When black communities come together, Black Tulsa, when black communities come together and they actually start doing something, they actually succeed and get somewhere, it's always taken away, burned to the ground. Lake Lanier, hello?
I just saw a video of this dude being like, yeah, black people are mad about that all-white town in Arkansas. They're so mad. That's one of the things I hate about social media, dude. Because the only people I've seen talk about this shit are non-black people, specifically other white people. They going on their little rants, you know, they talking about it, rightfully so, because the shit crazy. But like, ain't no black people just mad, bro. It's like they'll see the white skin on the person who's mad about something and then will still say black people are so mad about this thing. And it's just so crazy how they're mad about this thing, bro. Please.
You're absolutely right. Whites only towns back in the day were what we called sundown towns. So a sundown town were towns where black people knew not to be caught after dark. Not because we didn't want to be there, but because it wasn't safe. That wasn't a suggestion. That was a survival rule. So now here we are in 2025 and y'all think y'all invented something new with an all-white town in Arkansas? No, baby, this is a remix. And the wild part, honestly, for me, the system is set up to benefit whites in America, yet they still felt like they needed a whites-only town to be able to feel like they're prospering. Think about it. How mediocre do you have to be when the whole deck is stacked in your favor and you still like, nope, we still got to create an environment that we can win? That tells me you know you can't compete in the real world, even when you know the rules are written to help you. And y'all call it a safe space, but let's be honest, a safe space for who? Because black people in America, we never had the luxury of creating a safe space in which we could keep it to ourselves without white America coming in and totally destroying it. Meanwhile, you're out here begging for media coverage to show off your gated bubble. So yeah, sundown towns have always existed and we know their history. The difference now is we're not scared. We're not running and we're not gonna lose no sleep over it. If that's the space you need to feel relevant, go ahead. Because here's the truth. Black people don't care about being in your little sundown sequel. We care about making sure our communities get what they deserve. And that's something no sundown town can stop.
These guys are like, oh, we don't want any blacks in our town. And I take a look at the town. Hold up. Yes, I too would like to live in your whites only shanty town. Oh my gosh, please, I am dying to live in the middle of nowhere. I too would like an office that doesn't even have real walls. No, us blacks are dying to live like this. The goats don't even have a real enclosure to live in. Hey, I even did more digging, and this right-wing news outlet said this. It is scratchy living, extremely hot even in May, and full of tick that burrow into people's skin. So no, they don't have to worry about my black ass stumbling into their makeshift Great Depression plywood shantytown.
See, this is what's really cool. If you really wanted to be a boss, like if you were a black company, you would buy all the land around it. Mm-hmm. That would be fucking wild. You really want to put these guys out? And by the way, you buy all the land around it except for one little strip of road that goes in and out. But you control the road.
And then you do a gigantic Travis Scott concert. Right? Free. Imagine on the border, just thousands of.
Wait, it's just every single day a new black artist is performing.
Yes.
You will hear that black people are literally, or African American people are literally asking for white people, the same way they are leaving white people alone is the same way black people want to be left alone. Because black people have continuously tried to create their own communities without white people, and guess what? They have been killed. They have been invaded. They have been done crazy things. Every time that black people have decided to thrive on their own and be by themselves, because they were actually prospering, white people came and invaded and killed and did all kinds of horrible things. And that's what black people are actually concerned about. It's about, we are leaving you alone. Are you able to? We are able to let you thrive in your own community, however you want to live it, alone in your own corner of the earth. Are you able to let black people to live alone? And this actually comes back to black people asking for reparations, because they are asking for you to give them what you owe them so that they can create their own harmonic environment where it's only them, so that they can thrive. They just need a foundation. The reparations will help in bringing a foundation to start, a way for them to start and create their own little family or group. But now the problem is, I think white people know that this is what is going to happen. Black people are going to thrive. So they are not going to let black people ever get those reparations. They're never going to let black people get what they deserve. They're never going to let black people live alone by themselves. They're always going to want to be part of black people, because anyway, black people have amazing culture. Their food, well-seasoned food, hygiene, their way of living together without issues and conflict, without interbreeding. And I think that's the biggest challenge that black people are concerned about. Like, we are giving you the space. We literally don't care about what you're doing, but can you also let us do what we want to do by ourselves without you putting yourselves into our conversations, into our families, into our arrangements, into our communities? Can you? I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned something. If you're a white person, I hope you've learned something about the black people and how they are mainly concerned about themselves, not really about your side. And I hope to see you in the next video. Kindly do consider subscribing and commenting. Do you think this is actually what is happening, or do you not believe that? I'd like to talk with you in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.